Really wide angle for some reason this morning. I mean, really wide angle. Weird. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Let's bring you guys up here on the old cellular phone. And let's see who we got watching. We got nobody watching. Well, I guess I'll just sit here and drink my coffee. Oh, I got 3 people on. Give me a wave if you're there. Oh, okay. So today's subject is early release. We have our 5th case of the coronas. And that's what I'm calling it now. It's the coronas. Hey, Thomas, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, we have our, hey, Maddie, how's it going, man? Staying busy, I hope. There's Thomas. There's my lovely wife. Kevin, keep those car sales up, buddy. I love that CTSV, man. Too bad you didn't have it in white. I only drive white cars. Cheers. So they released a inmate who was actually, and this is how I'm reading it, is they released him because he had coronavirus. They just released him. And where did he wind up? In a trailer park here in Ukiah. This is why we have to wear our personal protection. You never know. And this is why we're not ready to just open up for business. I mean, I kind of get, Montana, more cattle than there is people. Okay, I get it, but I don't think we're ready. I don't. I think we're just there's too many cooks in the kitchen with this. It's pardon the expression, but too many chiefs, not enough Indians. It's crazy. And I think this releasing of prisoners because they have COVID is stupid. They're prisoners. They're in prison for a reason. Because they killed people. Let's let them out to kill more people. Dumbasses. I don't get it. Morning, Icy. How you doing? Let's see. Dan, watching from his taxi, I hope. Yeah, I was just reading that on Facebook, and more and more I thought about it, the more and more it just kind of irritated me. And the White House is just kind of tripping over themselves, like they got 2 left feet. And you're getting pulled 2 different freaking directions. Dr. Phil on Fox yesterday talking about how there's more people die from car accidents and this and that, and this is just never been a big Dr. Phil fan anyways. Too Hollywood, any doctor that gets that, he's too Hollywood. So I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you think this is going? Give me a thumbs up if you think we're doing okay and we'll get there, or give me a thumbs down if you're just really pissed off. I really need to know. I really need to know where everybody's at on this thing, because there's just too much. There's just too much going on. Yeah, I know. They put him in a hotel undisclosed. I like that part. And, he's a prisoner. Why don't they just leave him in a isolated jail cell? Why don't they have a prison where they can take the COVID patients and put them in a COVID prison? Or a hospital. A hospital. I mean, they're putting him in a hotel room for 14 days. Prison. You should be used to it. It's ridiculous. Hey, Don, how you doing? Hang in there. How's those grandbabies for me? Mr. Sturgis, I need a haircut soon. It's getting bad. I'm going to have a ponytail by the time this is all said and done. I know, Dan. I'm confused too. It just, he's guarded, but now we got to waste money on local guards and local police authority. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, I can think of other things to do, but I won't say it here. He went to town for a week where he was before he was a recognized case. Really? Icy, is that true? Oh, that's ridiculous. That's just utterly ridiculous. Good morning, Kelly. How you doing? Um, yeah, I'm not. I don't want to get really political this morning, but these states, they're not trying to take away our Second Amendment rights. They're not taking, this whole Tea Party thing going on in a couple of Democratic states is right now. We don't need any politics. This had to happen in an election year. Election year. How can this? I mean, of all the times for this to happen, it has to be an election year. We're voting in November, but the candidates can't go out and campaign, so they're doing other kinds of trickery and being and so I mean an election year. I don't know. It's weird times. Now they're talking about the mega drought. That's the new thing. I don't know if y'all read that. Um, Scientists are predicting that we're going into a mega drought. Really, we need you know what that means? PSPSs, a lot of them, and we're in lockdown. Stephanie, how's it going? Thank you, Slam Dunk Pizza, for everything you do. Um, a mega drought. Yeah. I said about locusts. They can stay in Africa. Hopefully, they'll stay over in Africa. I don't see 4 horsemen coming down out of the sky, so time will tell. And I did pretty. So my Kram family, we're spread out. They're in Indiana and the Bay Area, and we're all spread out. But we did a Zoom last night. It was pretty fun. We all kind of got together. We're all kind of embracing this viral telecommunication, people working from home, and learning how to distance ourselves. And I think it's great. I think that learning how to be able to multitask with, have your office space and have your home space, and be able to work from home is a good thing. I'm good. I'm good, Stephanie. I hope you guys are doing well too. JD is doing good too, and we're all just trying to stay safe and sane and not really stumble over each other. So keep our minds busy. Doing a lot of remodeling my bathroom. Wait, pictures will come. And the garden's going good. Garden is getting started. They're starting to really kind of pop up out there. I started a little later than I normally do. I'm trying a little experiment. Last year in my garden, we got that. I usually generally try to plant right around May 1st. That's because usually there's no more frost after May 1st normally. But then last year, about May 15th, we got all that rain and it got cold and it killed half my garden. So this year I'm going to try, I started everything a month later, and I'm going to try to put my garden in on June 1 and see if that makes a difference. I'm even planting the corn a little bit later than I normally do. Because usually, the old expression, knee high by the 4th of July, I'm usually like thigh high by the 4th of July. So I think that's going to be a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. Let's see who else we got here. Susan. Good morning, Susan. Tell Sandy I said hello. Joe, hope you're still watching. Probably not. I think how we're going to look at like concerts and big venue events. I was talking with my cousin Kara. She lives in New Orleans. The parish she lives in is one of the parishes that has the highest per capita. And we were talking about the Mardi Gras, And I didn't realize that the Mardi Gras goes on for 6 full weeks, and it's a parade every day. And there's tourists that come in on particular days for the parades. And I mean, she said 2 people died at Mardi Gras this year just from getting run over by floats. So I think things like that need to be revisited. I understand tradition, but there's also this element of public health and public safety and public stupidity, because the people that died were drunk, reached too far to try to get some beads off a float, fell, and got run over by the float. I'm just going to leave that right there. But their cases of coronas are far exceed everywhere else because of the large gatherings. I'm not saying we can't go back once we get this under control, but until it's under control, do we really need to be 150, 500,000 people in a stadium watching a rock band? I would love to do it, but I don't see the necessity in it. Hey, Cody, how's it going, buddy? Sorry you're missing your racing. Kishore, how you doing? Oh, Ken Palmer's watching. Anyways, so, that's, I just wanted to talk about that inmate scenario here in Ukiah. Lord knows who he's come in contact. I hope they're contact tracing. I hope they're going back and they're testing everybody he's come in contact since he got here. Contact tracing. They're gonna, this is gonna wind up being like you have diabetes. And when you have diabetes, you got to check your blood sugars 2-3 times a day, whatever, and that's what it's going to be like. You're going to have an app on your phone, a little bzz in the back of the neck, whatever. That's what it's going to come down to, is everybody just, being able to show that they are symptom free and whatever free. They don't know hardly enough about this virus to do anything. Yeah, Susan, they open the beaches for from 5 to 8 in the evening and from 6 to 9 in the mornings in Florida. And I saw it on the news, and it's people not wearing PPE, but they're out there with their coolers, like, hey, business as usual. Yeah. Fishing, I get it. We're bored. We need things to do. But, man, come on. For us, this is day 28. Stay in place order for Mendocino County, day 28. Here we are. Some other places are over 30. I know that. I'm aware of that. But right now, hey, yeah, exactly. We're just going to get up every morning, have our coffee together, and stay safe, stay sane. We're going to try. This thing is ravaging the African-American community, the Hispanic communities being, and then, on the news last night, they were talking about the Navajo Nation has the highest per capita of all the native nations. But I mean, as they're just being tore up. And the thing is with them, it's the same thing with the lower class, and it's diabetes, heart disease. Because they're not healthy people. Not that I'm like the spitting image of health, but they are not healthy people. And in general, it's like the Aborigines in Australia. They're not, their systems, their DNA is not designed for sugar. Sugar is the worst poison in the world. Sugar kills more people per year than anything else combined. Everything combined. Sugar, because their DNA, the Native American people were used to eating corn and proteins and getting their proteins and everything a certain way. and now their body hasn't had eons to adjust to fast food. And it's the same. It's a matter of what you eat. And again, I'm not one for shedding any type of um, advice on good eating habits and being healthy, because I'm not. I'll admit it. I'm way overweight, and I'm struggle with trying to keep my act together. Luckily, I don't have a lot of my blood pressures are kind of high, and my blood sugars are they're okay. I'm not pre-diabetic or anything like that, but I struggle. I'm a high risk. If I would probably kill me if I got it. I have bad lungs, and it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good if I caught the coronas. Um, but hey, I'm just praying that I don't. So hey, Jennifer, how's it going out there in Oklahoma? Let's see here. We got I see one dead, 51 cases so far at a warehouse. Yeah, and Thomas, Safeway is running out of produce because they have a lot of. It's yeah. I and farmers are turning their fields over because they're not selling anything. Um, we got packing plants shutting down because their workers are all getting infected. The food chain is definitely being affected in a certain ways. Hence the reason why I like to grow my own garden. But I might look at my garden a little different this year, because I might look at it as more sustainable than just a hobby. It's an expensive hobby, because when you bring in $500 worth of dirt every year, that gets expensive to grow like 5 tomatoes. But hey, this year is definitely going to be a little bit different. We're definitely going to be more thinking about the quality of the food that we eat, and the amount of sugar we take in, and just everything in general, because it's just crazy. Let's see. Well, there's no more waves to give to. So, anyways, most people are dropping off right now anyway. So, hey, I'm going to let you all go. I will be back tomorrow morning with a fresh cup of coffee and some fresh opinions, and we'll see what happens today. Um, I will be back tomorrow. So, elbow bump, live long and prosper. I love you. Stay in place, stay at home, stay healthy. See you tomorrow.